Ben!
Jacob.
Lucky's decided he's joining us for the Taurus.
Why? I feel like he's already bigger.
He's much bigger, but he's also a lot less hairy than he used to be.
Okay, that's what happened.
Yes. He got a haircut. In fact, he got all of them cut.
I see.
Yes.
Can you do something with the hair, or is that like...
Well, I mean, he got a really short haircut. I don't think I'm going to cut it short. It's short next time. And like, he looks like a dog that's not a poodle mix right now, other than the curliness of the little hair that he has.
Yeah.
I think in the future we're gonna let him keep more of his hair.
Yeah, it's cold now. I guess in LA it's probably not that cold.
It's not that cold. I was actually more worried he would get a sunburn because, I mean, his skin was pretty exposed. But yeah, he doesn't seem cold, and he didn't get sunburnt, and he's teething, so he's constantly biting me, but that's okay.
Yep. I get the same
dogs do that.
Humans too.
Teething humans do that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your son biting you?
Yeah, he's biting a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Me, others.
Yeah.
Kind of need to figure that out eventually.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the book.
You got the book. Good job.
What page are we on?
Good question. I have the book over here, but I am going to have to let Lucky find other things to do while I...
Okay.
What did I do with the book? Where did I put the book? I think Lucky may have stolen the book.
Uh-oh.
Lucky, what'd you do with the book? I got it. Yes, I got a new version yesterday from.
Oh, really?
The author. Yes.
What version do I have?
Well, I love John, but he's constantly.
I have the second edition.
Yeah, John is constantly updating the book. I put it right here. Oh well. I'm not gonna search for it right now.
So let's see. Minyan. Uminyan.
Yeah. And from the topic. Masha Ketuv Perek Zayin, the Sanhedrin. Daf Samachei Amud Bet.
I feel like I'm close.
Rabba Bara Gavra. Rabba created a man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know where it must be? It must be where I found my tefillin last Sunday. Yep, there it is. Precisely where my tefillin were last time. Yes, he stole my tefillin. Now I have to hide my tefillin from him.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. איך לתרץ פרק אחר? ודאי אינו כדעת השואל. זה אינו כדעת השואל. אוקיי, we read that.
אך אינם צריכים לכל זה, ובזוהר הקדוש, לשון הפסוק, Canal.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, what page are you on? What?
87.
87?
Mm-hmm. Paragraph 6,
Inyan,
praising human and muscle.
Inyan מה שכתוב, פרק ז'. Yep. You gonna read or should I read?
I can read. I think he finished last time.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess let me try from here then.
Okay.
בעניין מה שכתוב, פרק ז', בסנהדרין, ד' סמך, or no, סמך, hey, סמך, hey.
Yeah.
The סמך, hey.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is, now we're going to talk about what is written in the Talmud in Sanhedrin. Ayen ba?
No, Amud Bet.
Amud bet. Ay.
Yeah.
Okay, Amud bet. Rava bar Gavra. What's Rava bara? Bara is like bara.
Rava created a human.
Bara Gavra. Rava. So who's Rava? Who's Rava? Rava is the rabbi.
Rava is one of the great Amoraim.
Okay, that's the Rava. Okay, he created a man. Okay, then.
Rava, who was a Tana Upalik.
Yeah.
Famously.
Okay. So Rava bara Gavra. So Rava created a man.
And yeah,
Ayen be Yud Pe Mem. What's
you didn't know what Yefe Mar'eh is Midrash Rabbah. Apparently, yeah, this is why you have the book.
I do. It doesn't say Yefe Mar'eh in here. Yefe Mar'eh b'Midrash Rabbah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it talks about it in the Midrash Rabbah. Al pi על פניו, ואת הנפש שרסו בחרן, it talks about the souls that they made in Haran, Avram and Sarai. They made so. It says literally they made souls in Haran. וביפה מראה על הירושלמי, and same commentary on or literature on the Talmud Yerushalmi, on Sanhedrin, ונדבר מזה לכמן
in
ירצה השם. Okay, so he talks about some kind of story that's written about in the Sanhedrin, and that we are going to talk about it.
Yep. So here we'll read what John had to say. In the Talmud, there are references to the creation of creatures or forms of life by righteous scholars. Sanhedrin 65b relates that the sage Rava created a man and sent him to Reb Zera. Later, commentators understand that as the creation of a man, like being like named a golem, through the wisdom of Sefer Yetzirah and the use of divine names. This passage reflects the idea that through profound understandings of mystical texts and divine names, one has the power to mimic, but not in this case fully replicate, divine acts of creation. The full relevance of the golem to the Maharash's argument will be expounded upon later in the letter.
It's kind of like, I guess it's apropos looking at AI creations and things like that. You can see something that looks almost as if it was created by a human being, so almost divine, but not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, we have Donnie, who's
wow.
trolling us because Ben, you are the first edition.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm gonna take it as a huge compliment.
It is a huge compliment. What else could it possibly have been?
Okay. Either that or it's like you're the first edition, so it's like you're old and there are a lot of upgrades ahead of you.
That's what your
Okay.
son's for. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. אוקיי, ומיצינו.
Mm,
לשון רז"ל,
mm,
רבנו זיכרונה לברכה,
mm.
שקראו לאדם שם בהמה,
Shem behema. Yeah.
שם בהמה. So we see from our sages the way they use the language they use is they called humans animals.
Yeah.
Or some humans animals. כמו שכתוב,
Amar Rabbi Akiva.
כמו שאמר רבי עקיבא, like Rabbi Akiva said, יודע צדיק נפש בהמתו. A righteous knows the soul of his animal, or his animal's soul, maybe he's saying?
Yeah, I mean his animalistic soul. Yeah.
Right. הנה אמר בפירוש נפש בבהמה. Here he says clearly a soul in an animal.
Well, okay, I think so. Rabbi Akiva is talking about
A different animal, an actual.
Proverbs 12:10, right?
Yeah.
And he says tzaddikim understand the soul of animals they own. I think. Let's look up Proverbs 12:10.
Kind of like, isn't there a rabbi in the Talmud that's like a Dr. Dolittle character that can talk to animals?
Oh, there are many, I believe. Yeah. So it says, let me find the Hebrew. The Hebrew is Yodea Tzadik Nefesh Behemto V'Rachamei Rasha'im Achzari. Yeah, so they translate it as a righteous man regards the life of his animal, but the tender mercies of the wicked are
Tender mercies of the wicked. It's an interesting way to translate it.
Rachamei Achzari.
Okay, I can see that. Interesting. I mean, obviously, the first example that comes to mind is Bilam. He doesn't know anything. His donkey. He has no idea what his donkey is doing. He's not, even though he's very close to her. He doesn't really know.
Too close to
Doesn't know. Too close. He doesn't know what she's doing, and he's very violent towards her.
Yes, Cassandra, I am pretty sure the Midrash says Solomon knew the language of animals.
Okay.
Okay.
ובזוהר ויקרא שנפש, that's written in עין ה', שנפש, what? ignoramus.
Haaretz.
עם הארץ, right, ignoramus. ובזוהר ויקרא שנפש עם הארץ אקריא בהמה. And it also says in the Zohar that the soul of עם הארץ, of an ignoramus, is called animal.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to read the kind of the passages?
This section includes examples of where the term animal is used to refer to humans or human souls. The Maharash cites these to show that the sources explicitly speak of a nefesh in relation to an animal, and that the category of animal soul spans a spectrum that includes both animal and certain human aspects. Also, because the soul of a particular type of human is referred to as being the soul of an animal, this would suggest the animal also has a soul. Ben, you are
I'm muted.
There
Okay.
you go.
So okay, wait, continues in the Zohar Chelek Gimel, in the Zohar Volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
It says
Chaf Zayin, yeah.
Daf Chaf Zayin, which is 127.
Mm-hmm.
Anavim, a great nefesh. Grapes are called nefesh as well.
Mm-hmm.
Agam Shem Tzomech.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're Tzomech, they're a vegetation. They're not an animal even.
Yeah. מכל מקום.
בכל מקום נקרא שם בזוהר בשם נפש, וזהו מאשר חטא על הנפש יאוין שם. וכמו שכתוב, הפח.
Yeah.
Okay, so sin, nefesh, וזהו מאשר.
Oh, no, כל שכן
Yeah, it's
בעלי חיים. Sorry.
So let's see what he
בעלי חיים. Yeah.
Right, so the Zohar, it says that it refers, like we said, grapes are called nefesh, even though they're vegetation.
Right.
As it's written, when a spirit or nefesh in Hebrew shall sin, and then you can see in Leviticus, in the Zohar, they're at length. So he's saying kal v'chomer, which is, how do you say this in Latin?
A fortiori.
A fortiori, with regards to if it's for vegetation, obviously it's for animals as well. They have a nefesh, they have a soul.
In Kabbalah, even plant life, such as grapes, possess spiritual qualities, a basic form of nefesh. This idea is then extended to animals, suggesting that if even grapes can be seen as having a spirit, then animals, being more complex and sentient, would possess more significant spiritual aspects.
Interesting. It brings a note here from the Tanya.
Yeah.
Nefesh Chaim too. Oh no, Nefesh Chaim. No. Okay. Okay, continuing. בלשון הפסוק. So it's written in the verse. הנה, I will plant kati.
I have no idea.
kati וזרעתי את בית ישראל זרע אדם וזרע בהמה. It says in the verse, here I planted the seed of Israel. I planted the seed of Israel, a seed of man and a seed of an animal. ופירוש בתורה אור, it's a teaching of the Baal HaTanya. כי יש נשמות גבוהות שנקרא זרע אדם. He says that there are 5 elevated souls which are called the seed of man. ויש נשמות הנקראות זרע בהמה. And there are souls which are less elevated and are called the seed of an animal. ולדעתך, שבבהמה לא נמצא נשמה כלל,
כי
אם כוחות, לדעתך,
so לדעתך, he's asking to show up.
That person, right. And the author says that he tells the person who asked them that it seems like in your opinion, Behemah does not have a soul at all. It has what you would refer as to powers.
Yeah, potentialities.
וכנ"ל, איך מידע מנשמות הנמוכות לבהמה. וכנ"ל, how could we compare the lowly souls to an animal? מה שאינו בגדר וסוג כלל, שזהו על כל פנים נשמה, רק שהיא מבריאה, ונפש הבהמה על הדעת מעליה אינו נשמה כלל.
So he's saying, there's a connection here between a lower soul and a behemoth. Like, if these are qualitatively different, then how can you compare them?
So he's saying, how can
you compare this?
The Baal HaTanya, how can the Baal HaTanya compare them? Yeah. Okay. אוקיי, ונפש הבהמה, לדעת מה, נפש הבהמה, מה זה אנשים ולא? אוקיי.
ובמעבול.
ובול נאמר, and it says regarding the flood, כל אשר נשמת רוח חיים באפיו, מאדם ועד בהמה, and it says regarding the flood, anyone who has a spirit of soul in his nostrils, from a man to an animal. ובהצלה מהמבול נאמר, גם כן שניים מכל בשר באו. And it says when they were rescued from the flood, it says that they came two and two from every flesh. So I guess it's putting in the same category animals and man.
Exactly, yeah. הרי השווה הפסוק.
הרי השווה הפסוק לאדם ובהמה. I put them in the same category as 2 and 2. So it equates man and beast. וכתיב, וכתיב, גם כן.
Yeah, that must have been earlier as well. V'kativ, sorry.
כתיב.
Yeah.
אדם ובהמה תושיע. And it also says, also written in Psalms, a man and an animal you shall save. You will save. השווה אדם לבהמה, also equating man and beast. לכן אי אפשר לומר כדת. According to this, we bring all these examples. We cannot really say what you said in your opinion, in your question, the way you phrase it.
Yeah. Okay. וראייתו מהפרדס. גם כן אינו כי הפרדס לא ידע מתוהו ומשבירת הכלים. Right? So this is the actual answer that he has to give, which is that the Ramak, Rabbi Moshe Cordovero, was not aware of this whole idea of the worlds of Tohu and the breaking of the vessel. Ume'inyan habirur, כמו שכתוב באיגרת הקודש, like the Alter Rebbe said in Iggrot Kodesh, לכן לפי דעתו הבהמה, וכל שכן דומם וצומח, אין להם, and now I'm going to have to go to the next page, and
cliffhanger.
Bigger. Let's see if this works. Too far. Sorry, but maybe I should just use the what you call it next time. Okay. Did I? Sorry.
No, this is actually kind of like mesmerizing.
Mesmerizing. Very nice. Okay. Aliyah v'yerida. Ava be'emet eino ken. Right? That's why the Ramak thought that there's no Aliyah and Yerida, right? But that's actually not true. Sheyesh nafsha Aliyah v'Yerida. שכשהאדם אוכל בשר ומתפלל בכוח האכילה, מעלה את הבשר. Right? So when a person eats flesh of an animal, right? Mm-hmm. And he uses it to pray from the energy that he gets from eating it, right? Then he is in fact elevating that flesh. בהיפוך, חס ושלום, מורידה מקליפת נוגה לג' קליפות טמאות, right? So if he uses his energies to do bad things, then he's in fact taking that the spiritual energies that are in the shining husk, right, and bringing them down into the three impure husks. Umatzinu gamken inyan schar va'onesh beba'alei chayim. And we see that actually there is an idea of being rewarded and punished even with animals. Like
Right.
I said,
Sure.
and we're going to talk about the animals that were in the Teva with Noah, and Lucky destroying my things, stealing my books. He's going to burn in hell for this. Come on.
Strong words. Such strong words.
Kemamar Rizal, like our sages said, Gimel sheshimshu b'teva v'nenshu al zeh. There were three kinds of animals that had relations when they were in Noah's Ark, and they were punished for this. Umatzinu b'degei hayam sheshalem lahem HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'chayil Sisra avur ma shepalat hayam et hamitzrim al safat hayam. And we see that there, I forget what the story exactly was about the fish being here. With it, let's see. We also find regarding fish of the sea that the Holy One, blessed be He, repaid them with the army of Sisera, since the bodies of the Egyptians were thrown to the shore. That's
So he gave them the bodies to eat?
Yep. Yeah. V'chen b'Daniel b'gov arayot shenatan lahem HaKadosh Baruch Hu scharam, right? That the lion's den, those lions were in fact given a reward.
You got three people.
Yeah. Well, what exactly happened?
No, is that what he means? So,
no, they were rewarded. I don't know how they were rewarded. I mean, we could look up Daniel 6:17-25.
I mean, isn't there a story?
Yeah, but they didn't eat them. They ate the guards.
Ate them.
They ate the guards. Okay.
No, didn't they eat them? They weren't. Were they not?
They didn't eat it. No, that was the whole thing. Daniel didn't get eaten. That's the whole point of Daniel Begova Arayot. Shenitzal Me'arayot. You don't know the story? Okay, now we're going to have to pretend that we're Lahadil Alef Abdalot. We're we're evangelicals, and we actually read our Bibles. Daniel.
I thought there was a story of the three people with Daniel. They died. Azalea.
No, they also.
No, they were not saved.
17-25. Okay, 17. By the king's order, Daniel was then brought and thrown into the lion's den. The king spoke to Daniel and said, "Your God, whom you serve so regularly, will deliver you." A rock was brought and placed over the mouth of the den. The king sealed it with his signet and the signet of his nobles, so that nothing might be altered concerning Daniel. The king then went to his palace and spent the night fasting. No diversions were brought to him, and his sleep fled from him. Then, at the first light of dawn, the king arose and rushed to the lion's den. As he approached the den, he cried to Daniel in a mournful voice. The king said to Daniel, "Daniel, servant of the living God, was the God whom you served so regularly able to deliver you from the lions?" Daniel then talked with the king. O king, live forever. My God sent an angel who shut the mouths of the lions, so that they did not injure me, inasmuch as I was deemed to be innocent, nor have I, O king, done you any injury. The king was very glad and ordered Daniel to be brought up out of the den. Daniel was brought up out of the den, and no injury was found on him, for he had trusted in his God. Then, by order of the king, those men who had slandered Daniel were brought, and together with their children and wives were thrown into the lion's den. They had hardly reached the bottom of the den when the lions overpowered them and crushed all their bones. Then
What was their name? Does it say the names?
you're thinking of the fire, the crucible, and no, they didn't die. That was the whole point. The 3 young men who were with Daniel didn't die.
Yeah.
Then King Darius to all peoples and nations of every language that inhabit the earth, may your well-being abound. I have hereby given an order that throughout my royal domain everyone must tremble in fear before the God of Daniel, for this is the living God who endures forever, whose kingdom is indestructible, and whose domain is to the end of time, who delivers and saves and performs signs and wonders in heaven and on earth, by having delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Now I have the story straight, at least. Yeah.
There you go. And just for that, you have become a Talmid Chacham. Kind of.
Nice.
Okay, where were we? שכרם, אם כן, שעושים ציוויים על ידם מתעלים, ובהפך כמו הכלב חולו, אך עיקר עלייתם על ידי אדם כנ"ל. But the most important part, the fact that there is the Aliyah and Yerida comes mostly through human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Okay. ומאחר שייתכן לומר עלייה וירידה, so since we just mentioned that it might be possible to say that the soul of an animal can be elevated and or he says he's sanctified or defiled. ייתכן לומר גם כן נפש בהמית קודם בואם לגוף הבהמה הינו הניצוצות שנפלו בשבירה. We could also possibly say that the nefesh, the animal soul that comes into the body of the animal, those are the sparks that fall at the breaking of the vessels. ובאים בגופות הבהמות להתברר על ידי אכילת האדם. And they come there into the body of the animals in order to be purified or refined by humans eating those animals and refining those sparks and bringing those sparks. וכמו כן נפש הדומם צומח. So okay, and likewise we can say about the soul of an inanimate object, he says here, and a vegetation. כמו שכתוב לעיל בש"ס בשם הזוהר הנביא מקרא נפש, and like we said, it talks in the Zohar about grapes.
That's a typo.
Yeah.
I should let. Okay. Yeah, I should let my friend know. There's a typo there. Okay. Yeah, you were saying.
And like we talked about when it says in the Zohar, the grapes are called nefesh in the Zohar. כמו שנאמר, נאמר, וכמו שנאמר, נון ה' ב' שבאדם, נפש הבהמית שבאדם. So if we say that grapes are called soul, how much more so does the animal soul within a person will also be called a soul? Okay. So let's read this. Well, no, I mean, okay, so just discuss about the sanctification, defilement of the animal soul. And we're talking about just so the animal itself has that kind of expression, then also its soul also has that expression as well, or this movement. Okay. In Rebbe Netanya, בספר של בינוני.
Yeah.
And in the Tanya, it says in פרק ראשון, פרק א', the first chapter, ביור עניין על פי הרב חיים ויטל, זיכרונו לברכה, בשער הקדושה, he talks about what Rabbi Chaim Vital says in one of his books, ובעל חיים שער נון, פרק ב', and also in another place that he writes in, לכל איש ישראל אחד צדיק ואחד רשע, יש שתי נשמות. Every man of Israel, whether they're righteous or wicked, they have two souls. נכתיב ונשמות אני עשיתי, like it says, and souls I made in Isaiah. שהן שתי נפשות, these are two souls. נפש אחד מצד הקליפה, one soul, the side of the husk, סדרה אחת, and the husk and the סדרה אחת. והנפש שנית, the divine soul, I assume. The godly soul. ובפרק זין, and also says in chapter 7 in the Tanya, אך הנפש החיונית הבהמית שבישראל, שמצד הקליפה מלובשת בדם האדם, we can see that the animal soul that's in a Jew is from the husk that's clothed within the blood of the person, ונפשות בהמות וחיות ודגים טהורים מותרים באכילה וקיום וחיות כל הדומם וכל הצומח המותר באכילה. כולי. So all the souls of the animals and fish that are permitted to eat, those all are, they come from so all of those, they're נשפע נמשך מדרגה שנית שבקליפות. They come from the second level, the second husk. וסדרה אחת שהיא קליפה רביעית, and we talked about the fourth husk, which is called the shining husk, הנקראת קליפת נוגה. ובו ככולו רע, רק מעט טוב מעורר רע. This one has, most of it is bad, evil. There's a little bit of goodness within it. שהן באות מידות טובות
נפש הבהמית.
שבנפש הבהמית. This is where the good things about animals and about Lucky being, a nice dog that is nice to be around. This is where those good traits come from, within the animal of the soul. והיא בבחינת ממוצעת בין שלוש קליפות הטמעות. And בבחינת ממוצעת, this is the intermediary aspect that is between the three impure husks. ובין בחינת ומדרגות הקדושה.
Mhm.
And also when it comes to the categories of holiness.
Yeah, so the klipat noga is between the klipot tameot and kedusha.
ולכן, פעמים שהיא נכללת גם, לכן פעמים שהיא נכללת
Gimel klipot tameot.
Also sometimes we see that it's included in the 3 impure husks. כמו שכתוב, בעל חיים,
Shar memtet. So this is in the that's be'etz hachaim. That's another portion called. That's another. Yeah, I think it's. Let me see if it's.
think it's a type or כמו שכתוב, בעל חיים, as explained, אחרי פעמים שהיא נכללת גם בגיון, כמו שרשום בעץ חיים. Wait, yeah, maybe.
Hold on, let
Might
me see
be.
what it says here. There's a where were we? Yeah, be'etz chaim, not ba'al chaim. Yeah, that's another typo there. Okay. Shar memtet.
Shar memtet. Like it's written in עץ חיים. ופעמים שהיא נכללת ועולה מבחינת ומדרגת הקדושה, יעוין שם. And there are times where the shining house is included in the degree of holiness. The category of holiness. הרי השווה
דומם צמח חיה.
So here we can see that we equate inanimate objects and vegetation to לנפש הבהמית שבאדם, to the animal soul within a man. הוא ביאר כי יש שם עליות וירידות. And we can see that he says there are sanctifications and defilements. הרי זה הפך דברי הפרדס בפרק י' משאר החלות. And this, like it's written in the Zohar and it's Chaim, is the opposite of what the Ramak says in his book, and which is cited by the questioner.
Yeah.
Okay.
ואם
כן, כמו שיש בעליות וירידות, כמו בנפש האלוקית, so like we said, like it has defilements or sanctifications and defilements, just like the divine soul has. כמו כן, הוא בכל הפרטים שווה לנפש האלוקית, גם קודם בו על הגוף. We can deduce that the details are the same before the soul comes into the body. So the details of the animal soul, or the souls, the animal souls are the same, or the movement is the same as the divine soul.
So
when it comes to the body.
Since the divine soul, before it comes into a human being, has parts to it, right? He's going to talk about yesh eser sfirot kamo b'kedusha, right? So he's saying there's also parts to the soul and to the animal soul before it's included into the goof.
מאחר שגם בקליפת נוגה יש 10 ספירות כמו בקדושה. Like we said, because in the shining house there are also 10 ספירות, 10 ספירות, like in holiness. ויש בנפש הבהמית 10 כוחות הנפש, ו3 לבושים כמו בנפש האלוקית, כמו שכתוב באורך בספר של בינונים, Pregva. So it says that in the animal soul, there are also 10 powers of the soul. There are 3 garments to the soul, like there is in the divine soul, like it says in the Tanya.
Correct. Speaking of animals with impure souls, yes,
There's a defilement happening right now.
there is defilement happening. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep on going. ובאמת לפי דעת הפרדס יפלא עניין ירידת הנשמה בגוף. And when we're talking about, truthfully, it is hard to understand the idea of the soul descending into the body according to the Ramak. למה הייתה בזאת כזאת מלפניו יתברך שתרד פלאים ממקור חוצפה שגם לדעתו ז"ל היה הנפש האלוקית קודם בואה לגוף להתלבש בגוף הנפש הבהמית כי לפי דברינו אלה שגם הנפש הבהמית יש לה עלייה, ייתכן שירידת הנפש האלוקית היא בכדי לברר הנפש הבהמית. So he's saying it's hard to understand what the Ramak, how the Ramak understood the divine soul coming into the animal, coming into a body that includes the animal soul, right? Because the way we explain it is that the divine soul comes in order to clarify, purify the animal soul. ועל ידי זה תתעלה גם הנפש האלוקית. כי שורש הנפש הבהמית גבוה משורש הנפש האלוקית. כנודע. Because like we say, anything that falls further down, its source must have been greater up, right? And so the animal soul actually comes from an even higher place than the divine soul. Ava לדעתו ז"ל ייכשל למה ירדה הנשמה. But according to his understanding, it's hard to know why we even had this.
Why the divine soul descended?
Yeah, because if you're going to say the animal soul doesn't have any yerida and aliyah, then what's the divine soul? I mean, if you're going to say the animal soul doesn't have any yerida and aliyah, then what's the divine soul doing down here? וגם בעניין קיום המצוות אי אפשר לומר בירור הדומם צומח חיה, right? And even in doing the mitzvot, right, it's hard according to the Ramak to say how there is a refinement of the inanimate vegetable and animal matter. ואם כן, צריך להיות
Therefore must be
good. צריך לדעת the refinement of the worlds.
צריך לדעת
מן העולמות. זיכוך העולמות שהסתכחו I don't know what these למעלה I don't know על ידי המצוות כמו שכתוב בתורה אור Bekama duchtin in many places. Mehem b'divrei hamatkil, where it says, where it begins, v'kol ha'am ro'im et hakolot. So there, I mean, so he's, the Alter Rebbe is explaining how it's for the mission of the divine soul is to purify all of these things. But like, how do we understand the Ramak? Ubieter yoter yipale medidei adidei hayinu midvarav be'erchei hakinuim adavarav be'perek hanal. And even more so, we have to ask about the Ramak on himself in all of the things that he said in Erech HaKinuim, right? In the glossary at the back of the book.
Right.
This section discusses the spiritual concept that observing commandments leads to the refinement and elevation of the physical world, including inanimate objects, plants, and animals, contributing to the overall purification of the world. The Maharash states that just as the divine soul, another, what you call it, now this is in English, descends to elevate the animal soul of man through observance of commandments, such observance also elevates the inanimate, vegetable, and animal involved in the observance. The Maharash states this to imply that just as the animal soul of man does not cease to exist at death, there is a spiritual aspect capable of elevation that resides within the inanimate, vegetative, and animal that continues past the object's destruction. Okay. So we have lots and lots of questions on Rabbeinu Moshe Cordovera.
Right. So the Maharash was first really kind of trying to break down in this person's opinion or their understanding of what is written.
Right.
But then he goes and he says, even your source, it's very hard to understand him based on the information or the teachings that we have of his holy student.
You mean for Chaim Vital? No,
I'm saying from Ramak to the Arizal. According to Arizal, the Chaim Vital. Yeah, it's very hard to understand the Ramak.
Yes. Yeah. We have many, many questions on the Ramak himself. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow, there's a lot of terms here that are tough. Or movements.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in a weird way, it's like the Talmud a little bit. But I guess this tshuva maybe is
questions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking questions. I mean, you can see, like, the Rebbe Maharash obviously was no lightweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, being able to hold so many different, it's like a juggling act.
Right. See, this is the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure I've told you the story of when I first went to yeshiva in Israel.
Right, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Like, I was like, either this is all stupidity and, like, Jews have been wasting their time for, like, years and years and years, or I just don't get it. And I came to the conclusion that maybe I'm not the smartest person to have lived in the past 2,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Yeah.
So actually, when I messaged John, he said he thought we were going to start at 7 like we usually do. and he might be able to come on at 7, but
Mm.
I don't know if he's still able to come on at 7.
Oh,
Yeah. It would be nice for you to meet John. Let me
I
see.
could wait a little bit. Yeah.
Let's see if John can come.
Let me see for a second.
On. We'll see if he can come on or not. If not, I will release you to your wife and kid. It's okay? Your wife doesn't actually like you very much?
I don't know. I can't speak to that. But she's busy enough to not need my company
Uh-huh.
at the moment.
The kid, yes. Your wife,
No, the kid is asleep. He's
kid.
done. He had a
Uh,
lot of attention.
what time is it there? It's 9 o'clock where you are?
Yeah.
Does he sleep through the night? I'm guessing he wakes up like at 6 a.m.
He regularly wakes up between 7 to 8.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
yeah, 6 would have been tough if he wakes up at 6, because that means that you need to be on from 6, which is hard.
Well,
Um,
I won't keep you. Um,
no, it's fine. Did he say that he's coming or he's not coming?
I don't
You
know
don't
if
know.
he's gonna come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can end it for this time, and maybe next week he'll jump on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. That'll be good. Do we need to? How much do we have
We
in
what
this?
page did we get to?
Right. I need to put a bookmark on this.
Well, in the letter itself, we're on
Yeah.
98, halfway through
Okay.
98, and it goes through uh, one.
Yeah, Rabbeinu Bachya.
It
So
ends. It ends in 101. So another 3 pages.
okay. Okay. I just want to know when we need to think about.
We probably should start thinking about what we're going to do next.
I decided that I want to try to do Mishnayot. Told you that already?
You want to do Mishnayot?
Like Daf Yomi. I just want to go through the Mishnah. I want to be able to
Oof. I told,
not be Yun. Like I just want to be.
yeah. No, I did Mishnayot Bekiyut. I did 2 orders. It took me about 2 years each to do an order. And I did the 2 easiest orders, which was Nezikin and Zraim.
Wow, a whole order like so.
Yeah, there are 6 orders.
Yeah,
So
no, a whole.
no, I didn't do Zraim. I did Zmanim. What are the orders?
Money.
I am so bad at this. I don't even remember the Shisha Sidrei.
Moed.
Seder Zeraim, I did not do. Seder Moed, yeah, that's the one I did.
Okay.
And I also did Seder Nezikin. And I wanted to be a good boy and do Seder Nashim for my grandmother's yurtzeit, but I never did.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kedoshim and Taharot, I didn't even bother with. Kedoshim, Taharot, what else is left? And Zraim. Zraim, like, there's brachot, and then the rest of it is kind of hard. Yeah, it's like all kinds of, yeah.
Agriculture.
Yeah, my rabbi does the entire Mishnah with all of his sons for their bar mitzvah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Shwaya, shwaya, like they say.
Shvaya, shvaya. But if you wanna do, I mean, we could do Mishnayot, but we would be doing Mishnayot for the rest of our lives.
No, I'm just saying. I started to do that. I don't know. Yeah, I have to think about what we can do.
What are you doing it with? Art Scroll or Kahati?
No, neither. I have um I have one that I think is Maduat Alperin. It's just in Hebrew.
Are you sure it's not the Kahati?
It's not the Kari. It's Alperin.
Okay.
Here, it's not. I don't know if it's well known. It's Daf Yomi. It's like very small.
Okay. Very nice.
It has Bartadura and the elucidation is Mishnat Eliezer, which I don't know exactly. I just wanted something that very simple.
How far? Where did you start, and how far did you?
I just started. It's Daf Yomi, so I just started. They have like for each month.
Oh, they have a Mishnah Daf Yomi?
Yeah, so this is kind of. It's like
Okay.
so they have for each month, and yeah, I started now. I started with Yoma.
Yoma. That's one of the ones I actually did do.
So it's pretty crazy. So I'm reading about the Seirim.
Yeah, Yoma is because it's all the actual sacrifices, and it's
And
actually
Kohen.
in the Ashkenazi liturgy. A lot of it is in the liturgy. For Yom HaKippurim, but
Yeah, yeah, and Chabad too. I mean, isn't it for everybody though? Like the Kohen, the work, the Avodah.
we don't have as much of the avodah in this.
Really? Do we have Echad Vechad, Echad Vachat?
Yeah, but yeah.
My favorite song.
Echad, Shtayim, Echad, Shalom. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Man. Even though Kirk joined us, I am going to put an end to everyone's misery. Good night, everyone.
Bye bye.